Sundance XL265RK here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And if I didn't tell you this was used, I don't know that many folks would be able to tell the difference. This is hands down one of the cleanest used fifth wheels I have ever seen. Inside, outside, everywhere, it looks factory fresh to this day. You know, here's what I mean by that. A white skin like this, it would yellow if exposed to a lot of the sun. The sticker graphics they use on most fifth wheels in this price point peel pretty easily if exposed to the sun for an extended period of time. You will neither see yellowing nor peeling of stickers on this coach anywhere that I can find, and I've looked over it pretty darn close looking for that kind of stuff. The white skin actually, you know, it almost stands out in stark contrast to a lot of the dark skin stuff that you see out there today. And though I like the color packages, there's something very classic and clean about this white exterior. Not to mention the fact it's going to be cooler in the summertime. When the sun's beating on this warm skin, it will generate more heat inside than this white skin camper right here. Your basement storage is really nice in here. It's very generously sized. Now what I like about it is a couple things. First of all, there's a heat vent right down here to heat this basement cavity. When this cavity is heated, it'll keep your interior warmer because you form an air pocket under here. Secondly, you have this nice deep trough right here for things like coolers and whatnot, or toolboxes, things that are a little taller. For everything else, like all your lawn chairs, you have this big wide access door here. I like wide access doors versus narrow because you can actually put big flat stuff in there. Also, you see the little slam latch icon right here, and I apologize, it's a little windy today. I don't use a fancy camera with a windsock or anything, but you see how easy that is to operate. One hand, you're done. This does have a push button operated power awning. It does have a fully enclosed underbelly. We have nicer aluminum wheels here. I don't know if well, we haven't been on the other side yet. I'll peek at that in just a minute. I mentioned the enclosed underbelly just to give you a quick shot of that. Even the underside of this coach is clean. These folks really kept on top of this thing. The rear bumper slides out. It forms like a bike rack or a cargo tray, so this whole bumper slides out with the spare tire on it. Spare tire doesn't look to have ever touched the ground. The other thing I wanted to show you over here is this does have a nice slide topper. And what that's going to do is keep your investment protected here. What a lot of people fail to realize is the top of that slide out over here is just an extension of the roof over here. It's made out of the same materials. It's made the same way. But for some reason, people don't seem to maintain the tops of their slide outs the way they maintain the tops of their roofing. When you have a slide awning, it eliminates a lot of that need. You know, especially here in the Midwest, if you know, you're parked under trees where there's falling pine cones or anything like that, you just don't have to deal with cleaning your slide out. Not nearly as often. Now, I don't have any lights turned on in this coach, and you can see it's still fairly comfortable in here when the camera's not pointed directly at one of these massively oversized windows. Look at how big the windows are over here. I mean, they go almost from floor to ceiling. You know, they give you maximum viewing right here by your dinette. Let me back up before I get too far ahead of myself. Let's kind of just give you a nice big view of the living space here. The other thing I like about this coach, you get a nice living room here. We do have a very comfortable, very generously sized living room, but not in like a 35-foot coach. If you want to hook a boat up behind this camper, this would be a perfect one to do it. Keep in mind, if you do that, you're going to sacrifice the sliding rear bumper. It's probably going to take, I'm estimating somewhere between $500-600. It just depends on what you get into to reinforce the rear area there to add a hitch. Notice the windows and the sides of the slide out open for ventilation. That's a big deal, guys. You know, if you don't want to run your AC all the time, you want some fresh air, which usually, if you're camping, you're trying to get outside, that's the point, to get some fresh air. But look at all the storage. I have all this stuff opened up. This kitchen is packed. There's 10 pounds of sugar in a 5-pound sack back here. This pantry is amazing. It's about 18 inches deep. And you can see you have 4 or 5 shelves of just pure unadulterated storage. Now, in a stroke of genius, the guys at Heartland who put this together, they put mirrors on this big door. That is going to reflect more light and make it feel larger and more open in here. It's such a smart design in a relatively small fifth wheel. We have lots of kitchen storage space down here. This RV features upgraded solid surface countertops. Now, what that lends itself to is the fully undermounted stainless steel sink. This is a nicer setup than just a plastic sink, and it includes these fitted matching sink covers here. So you have one flush mount surface for your sink and your countertop, which expands your effective countertop space. You know, rear kitchens. The thing a lot of people don't think about is all of this cabinetry is behind the axle. This is going to bounce around more back here. So to compensate for that, they overbuilt the cabinets so that this thing can be bounced all over the road and still perform well. Little details I like in here. Power outlet in the perfect location for a coffee maker. It's just mind-boggling how many of these very expensive fifth wheels we see come in have nowhere to like just put a coffee maker or a griddle or anything like that. This RV does not suffer from that deficiency. They did a very good job of opening up these upper pockets here. And one thing I forgot to talk about, notice how they put a shelf in this cabinet. They don't just give you a tall cabinet, they give you double the storage space because of that shelf being there. And stuff like that is just smart design. You know, naturally central air, central heat, and closed underbelly. This is definitely not a Four Seasons coach. This is a lightweight, half-ton towable fifth wheel that is short bed friendly. I forgot to mention that outside. The nose cap has cutaways on the sides so that you do not have to buy expensive slider hitches to tow this RV with a short bed pickup. Now, I'm not talking one of these 4-foot super short boxes. I'm saying a normal 5.5-foot short bed pickup. This is perfect for it. You see the factory electronics are still present. That's a good indicator to me. In my experience, people who include and leave the factory installed electronics tend to be the people that take the best care of their RVs. It's just one of those indicators. It's not a guarantee, but other indicators I've seen, they not only have all of their original documentation, they even have the original brochure for this fifth wheel included in here. So if you ever want to know any of the pieces and parts and everything that were in this RV, there you got it. Notice this chair is still strapped down. The dinette chairs are strapped down. They strapped down everything the way you're supposed to before they towed it. They didn't leave anything up to chance. So what that means is that you know, the wood on wood part of this chair, it hasn't been bouncing around. They haven't been banging into each other. The chairs will not be scarred up. The chairs will look brand new. And notice, even just the details like the backs of the chairs are padded. Most dinette chairs have padded bottom with wooden back. And there's nothing wrong with that, but this is a step nicer. This, by the way, is a little airbed that can kick out into a hide-a-bed sofa. I haven't fiddled with it yet, but given the condition of the rest of the coach, I have zero concerns as to its working order. And again, just to show you how it looks, take a look at the fabrics. These are not scarred, torn, frayed. You know, they are good looking. Your TV, by the way, is a Sharp brand, a nice residential name brand, good quality high-def flat screen. And we have a Jensen all-in-one DVD stereo system. That is a good unit. That's the one that I like seeing in a lot of campers. I just don't generally have problems with those in our new or our used inventory. Upstairs here at the bathroom deck, one thing I want to point out is we have this handy little clothes chute. In most RVs, one of the questions is, where do I put my clothes? Well, you set a laundry basket down there. You can see my little red battery box. Set a laundry basket there. When you're done with your clothes, toss them down. They're out of the way. This is a very common small fifth wheel bedroom setup, but again, it's the touches. What I want to point out here is, first of all, this is a true 80-inch queen bed. This is a full queen. Queen sheets fit this. It's not the short camper queen. Secondly, this recessed headboard with twin power outlets is awesome. It gives you a place to charge phones, alarm clocks, CPAP machines, all that stuff right up next to your head. So you folks, again, with those breathing machines, you don't have to worry about wrestling that hose and that thing trying to choke you at night because it's all up here next to your head. It'll pretty much be out of the way. Over in this corner, your entertainment center is kind of on top of this just bonus linen storage space right here. So this is the ideal place for things like towels for your shower. Speaking of which, you have a shower, not a tub. And you can actually stand up in here. Even tall guys like me can stand up in here. To give you an idea, I'm wearing boots and a hat. And you can see I still have headroom up here. Not too shabby. One last thing I really wanted to point out. Nicer appliances and fixtures in here, such as a porcelain stool, not a plastic. If you listen to my ring, you can hear my ring tapping off that. And it's a foot flush. You don't have to have your face near your business to, I don't know, do your business. Anyway, give us a call, 800-256-5196, Heartland RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Thank you, everybody. Take care, stay safe, happy camping, go have some fun.